Hi all my friends there on Facebook land, how are you today? I just finished my workout at the gym with my trainer, and as promised, I wanted to do a live video today and share with you the concept of standing on your story. I really thought that a lot of people knew what that meant, but I hear a lot of, what does that even mean when I say stand on your story, not in your story? I mean, the concept sounds simple, but it may not be all that simple to actually embrace. So if it's described to you well, it might be something better to embrace. So that's what I want to share with you. That's what I want to share with you today. So let's talk about that a little bit. Standing on your story. Your story is everything of your entire life until this very moment. And it is your story. It may have been tough. It may have been great. It may have been both. But it is your story, and it's something that we should be embracing and enjoying the possibility of taking wisdom from that story and moving forward into our life. Far too often we look at that story and we think to ourselves, oh, I don't want to remember that, or I'm going to shove that in the past, or I'm really going to focus on all the great stuff that happened. The truth is that good or bad, you don't want to be attached to your story. And when you stand in your story, you're attached to it. So whether or not this story was a good story or a bad story, the idea of being in your story and moving forward with it is that you're constantly dragging the past with you. And if you're doing that, what you're doing is staying in a victim mode. Even if it was a good story, you're in a victim mode. And if that's not hard to comprehend, then understand this, that if you have a good story and you're standing in it and holding on to that and staying attached to that, then you're not giving yourself a chance to see all the wonderful things that are out there in your future. The only thing that you should be attached to is the possibilities of all the wonderful things that you can do with your life. That's it. So standing in your story is not a healthy place to be. It really isn't. And sometimes, hi Bobby Keller, thank you for joining us. So today, if you're going to start thinking about your story, start standing on it. Allow it to be a springboard for you to move forward into a more wonderful life. Hi Kristen, welcome. So allow that story to be a springboard to move you forward in your life so that you can embrace more wonderful things. You can have the freedom and the peace to make the decisions that are right there in front of you, that are going to be the right decisions for you and your future, for you and your family and your friends and your success, your career, everything. That's a wonderful place to be. So how do you do that if you don't even understand the concept of standing on your story versus standing in your story? Well, there's a couple things that you can do. For one, you can recognize, and you've heard this before, but it's really, really important. Recognize that you are the only person that's going to make a difference in your life. External to you are people that are going to make you smile, make you sad, make you happy, make you mad, do things for you, give you a break. Whatever it is that is a tangible sense of happiness. That sense of happiness, that's not happiness, that's relief. That's relief, it's not happiness. If you want that happiness in your life, you are the only person. And if you're going to make the decision to do that, it does take courage sometimes to change your life so that you can have the happiness that you're seeking. Because really, happiness should be the success that you're looking for. Everything else can be taken away from you. True happiness can't be, right? So, number two, what else can you do? Make strong efforts to do what's necessary to accomplish those goals. First, you make the commitment. Second, you make the strong efforts. Make a plan, make strong efforts. Does that mean that you're the type of person that needs to meditate every day? Or you need to go, like I'm here at the gym today. I decided a few months ago that I'm going to make the commitment to make my body keep up with my heart and my mind. Because it is body, mind, spirit. So I wanted my body to be able to keep up. So I made the commitment. And as much as some mornings I wake up, I don't want to do it, I still come and do it. Now, if it's going to be a painful exercise, I respect that. But you have to make the commitment and you have to do something, a little something, every day. Maybe don't go too hard because, you don't want to turn yourself off from something that's different from you. You don't want to resent back into your comfort zone. And the third thing you can do, this is really important, because if you know anything about shifting, and you probably do because you've been shifting all your life, is that when you do shift, people around you notice. And those people that are not meant to be there, welcome Courtney, thank you. Those people that are not meant to be there are going to try and pull you back down. There's going to be people who are going to challenge you. They're going to present themselves with their negative energy, their gossip, their whatever it is that they are uncomfortable with. And with an open heart and understanding where these people might be coming from, you need to set good, strong boundaries. But more importantly, with the boundaries, you need to set boundaries for yourself. Boundaries aren't just for people outside of you. Boundaries are best served when they are set for you. Set your boundaries. I always speak of values. The most important way to find your happiness is to know what your true core values are. What your true core values are and how to stand by them. When you stand by them, it's because you're setting boundaries for yourself. So learn how to set some boundaries for yourself. And number 4, what did I write down? Remember that your story, although in the past, is something that you're going to carry with you every day. Reality check. You can't forget the past. You can't hide it. And you can't ignore it. You may try and not think about it, and you may succeed at not thinking about it. But everything in your past made you molecularly, biomedically everything who you are today. The way you think, the way you act, the way you behave. All because of attachments and experiences that you had in your life. So even if you don't want to think about it, even if you try and tuck it way back in the closet and not take it out and dust it off every now and then, it's still going to be there. Every time you make a decision, every time you stand in line to try and pick a coffee and you wonder why somebody's looking at you. It could be anything. Your past is going to be with you every step of the way. Now, I want to be sure to say that your past doesn't define you. You define you. When I said on number 4 that your past stays with you and you're going to carry it with you everywhere you go, this is really true. But your past doesn't define you. Your past, now that it's over, is a tangible thing that's frozen in time. It's inside of you molecularly. It's on you in a cellular level. But it does not define you. Definition is something that is done with the mind. Therefore, it only makes sense, it's not a far stretch, that you define yourself. Allow your story to be something that you're going to spring forward. Spring into something new, something wonderful that you want to have in your life, even just a little bit. And when you have that little bit, make sure you celebrate it. Give yourself some credit for the work that you did. Every little bit counts. Because if you don't give yourself credit, it's not going to seem like that big a deal, and you're going to slide right back into your old ways. So that's how you stand on your story. And remember, standing in your story, good or bad, keeps you from all the wonderful things that could be coming into your life today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you don't mind me being in the gym today. Got to keep it real. That's where I am. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.